my name is Cherry and you're watching Shuffles and Chats. Okay, so today's topic is about life lessons I've learned from women in my life. This comes from observing their life decisions and receiving personal advice from them. First things first, it's important, it's more than important for you to find a fun way to exercise before it becomes detrimental to your health. Guys, let me tell you something. Exercising doesn't have to feel like a chore. It's not just doing 15-minute ab workouts. Exercising is just simply moving your body. You're gonna burn calories, whether that's cleaning, baking, cooking, or even window shopping, It all counts. Even joining a drama club if you're into theatrics. My personal favorite is following dance workouts or simply dancing around my room for an hour. If home workouts, the gym isn't your thing, or if it's too cold where you live to go for a walk, try dancing instead in your room for an hour. Come on, it's you in your room. Oh, no one's gonna judge you, babes. The sooner you start exploring different forms of physical activity, whether you don't like it, at the end of the day, at least you moved your body, you burnt some calories. And who knows, maybe your exercise is just trying different things. But as long as you're consistent and disciplined, you look and feel good. But most important thing, you prevent long-term health issues. I feel like in this world, we're always talking about exercise so we look good, because everyone wants to look snatched. But let's be serious. Struggling with weight loss once you've reached the point of being overweight or obese is much harder when we're older in age, 40, 50. Plus, forming healthier habits now at a younger age is more beneficial than when you're older, trying to catch up all those years ago when you were I'm still young, I'm still turned, I can, have McDonald's and still look alright, Plus, forming healthier habits now, it's easier for you to stay consistent and disciplined. At a younger age, you're more likely to be receptive to change. Once you get to a certain age, you're gonna get comfortable and do what you always do. And trying to break from those bad habits will be a full-time job. One thing my mom always told me, prevention is better than cure. So, girlies, let's stay on top with the physical activity, especially according to the NHS, that's the health board in the UK. Regular exercise can prevent, pardon my pronunciation, I believe it's pronounced osteoporosis. This condition causes bones to be weakened, and women are more likely to suffer from it after menopause due to hormonal changes that affect our bone density. And one of the preventions is exercise, regular exercise, eating enough protein, calcium. I feel like no one talks about eating fiber. I feel like we're currently on a protein craze, but as Choice TV would say, that's another topic for another day. Next lesson is to reflect on your friendships once in a while. Ask yourself, is this person really a good friend? Do they add value to your life? Or are you the only one who adds value to their life? One thing I've noticed is to set boundaries. I feel like a lot of girls, women, it's difficult for us to set boundaries and not to be people pleasers. That is probably because the way society has conditioned women to not be selfish like men at times, but to be too selfless. But another discussion for another day. Even though it can be difficult setting boundaries, I feel like ultimate friendship test is to see how your friend reacts when you call them out for them treating you poorly, and just observe their response. I feel like that really tells you their true characters. As I heard before, you don't really know who someone is until you tell them no. And that reaction they gave you will tell you a lot about whether they deserve to be in your life. And remember, don't hold on to friendships just because of the good memories. Stop reminiscing, stop being nostalgic, If you constantly find yourself complaining about your friend or seeking validation from others about their behavior, it may be time to let go, sis. Stop reaching out and see what happens. Real friends will make an effort to stay in your life. Fake ones won't even try. Now, the last life lesson is a big one. Listen up. Do not let a man into your life when you're in a vulnerable state. Being in a vulnerable state means you're emotionally fragile, often after going through something tough like a breakup, loss, or personal struggle. It's when your emotions can cloud your judgment, making it easier to rely on others for comfort and validation. More of a reasons to protect yourself and not let anyone new come into your life around that period in your life. As Nicki Minaj once said, don't do it. Don't do it. Because when you're emotionally vulnerable, some men will see that as an opportunity to take advantage of you. They might say all the right things, promising to support you through the tough times, like, I'll never break you up, or I'll never treat you like the other men in your life. Don't rely on his words, rely on his actions. Trauma bonding can also happen with girl friendships when you both connect over shared pains. You shouldn't make this the main basis of your relationship. The reason why you guys are friends shouldn't be because you both went through a similar traumatic experience, because that is going to stunt your healing and recovering process, because you might want to move on, but the person you're friends with, that you've made this trauma bond with, keeps on talking and isn't ready to move on or grow from the experience. And you know how with your besties, you guys have that one topic you always talk about again and again, like you never get tired of it? You don't want that topic to be with your friend a traumatic incident, because that's not a good way to move on and process the trauma, I believe. I'm not a licensed therapist, but that would be for me personally. My last and final talking point is, if he did you wrong the first time, don't take him back. I really don't take him back. Obviously, in certain circumstances, you might want to take him back, but 8 out of 10 of the times, don't take him back. I mean, give it at least a year. That's all I'm saying. You need to remember you left him for a reason. Sure, he might promise to change his ways, and for a short time, he may act accordingly. Act like the perfect boyfriend, the dream guy, but eventually his true character will resurface. You likely resent him and resent yourself, thinking like, why did I take this guy back? Like, what did I gain? You know? Also, taking him back sends the message that he can constantly disrespect you and it's okay. And she would always take me back, like, we're locked in for real, we're a ride or die couple. And you need to set boundaries. I feel like moral of the story is, women, set boundaries in everything you do. Don't block your blessings by holding on to someone who doesn't value you. What's that saying? Don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. Yeah, if he's treating you like this, constantly disrespecting you, it's time for you to stand on business. And people treat you how you treat yourself. The fact is, we teach people how to treat us by modeling that behavior first. So if you constantly take him back, girl, that shows you don't respect yourself. So therefore, he's not going to respect you. And girl, remember, you're a very precious pearl. You're one of a kind. At the end of the day, setting boundaries and respecting yourself is key. Well, those are some of the lessons I've learned from the amazing women in my life. What have you learned from the women in yours? Since this is my first video, I would love your feedback. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to elaborate more on any of the topics I've covered. And thanks for watching. Bye!